Hi everyone. I posted a video, was it last week? Well, it wasn't this week, let's put it that way. And I said that I'm going to start to talk about what the police have done, how they've made me feel, how they've let constant crime happen towards me, not just harassment but actual quite serious crimes, the effect it's had on me, the way they make me feel, the way they've affected my life, and much more. When I filmed that, I had actually planned on filming it, but maybe not that quickly and not at that point. But, they yet again took another shot at me, made me feel like, well, I felt horrific, to be honest. I felt like, as per usual, anyone can do whatever they want to me, and there'll be no, nothing will ever happen. The police won't ever safeguard me, the police won't protect me, the police won't investigate or do anything about it because I'm a vulnerable adult and they see me as an easy target, and they try and criminalise vulnerable adults. And this is what Maggie Oliver said, and I believe it to be true, and everything I'm saying I do believe to be true. I can back up the majority of what I'm going to tell you, because I've got the receipts. So when I filmed that video at that time, I had been for quite a while, there's been discussions about, obviously the police, the effect that they've had on me. I've tried to not be here on several occasions because of the way they've made me feel. I've been down a lot. They've affected my mental health in a lot of ways. They've affected my life. They've actively encouraged behaviour towards me by not dealing with it. And we do see the police as a big problem in this whole situation, because it's not just me that's reported things, it's other people on the street, people have witnessed things, people have had things done to them, people have had maybe not been a target but have been affected by it. People are scared to speak out, and it's wrong. But even when people do go to the police, even with the provide evidence, there's certain people on the street basically are given a free reign over their behaviour. They can do whatever they want, they can harm whoever they want, they can affect whoever they want, they can do whatever they want basically. And this has been 3 years non-stop, and some quite serious crimes, not just harassment, quite serious crimes have happened. Things where there's been a lot of evidence, of things where evidence is readily available to the police to get themselves, but they refuse to do so. I have phone calls where they're just basically refusing. They basically want me to bloody walk around with a News at 10 team filming me permanently, basically. It's that ridiculous. But it's just took a toll on me mentally, physically, and it's affecting my life massively, along with the behaviour that I've had to endure from people living on my street and elsewhere. So we feel, and it's not just me that feels this way, that the only way to deal with the police right now and their effect is to speak about it and let people know how they try to criminalise vulnerable adults, how they leave vulnerable adults in dangerous situations, how they seemingly encourage bad behaviour towards vulnerable adults. Not just me, there's other vulnerable adults, there's a vulnerable adult living here with me, there's vulnerable adults living on the street, there's people who aren't vulnerable but are being affected and targeted in different ways. So, the police have really harmed my mental health a lot in the last 3 years. I feel like I've been the target of Darwin neighbourhood team, including high-ranking officers, including the inspector, ×2, and chief inspector, current one, and PCs and sergeants. So, as public-facing roles that they've got, and they are public servants, they are meant to protect the public, which they refuse to do regarding me and other people on the street. It's not just me. I've been the main target, and I'm still not left alone to this day, and crimes are being committed, and crimes that people have been charged for if it's happened to other people, things that are not even as bad, people have been charged for, but because it's happening to me, the police seemingly have no issue with crimes happening to me. They're fully aware of how it's making me feel, they're fully aware of the impact on my life, mental health, physical health. I've got proof that the police are aware of this. I can back up everything I'm saying, and everything I'm saying to be true. So there's been discussions about it, and it's all going to come out about the police, and then I will, once I've discussed the police, I will discuss who's been involved, what they've said, what they've done, what they've not done, how they've made me feel, I will then be discussing what's actually happened to me. And I'll also start making disclosures as well, things that I've not reported to the police, and also things I've reported to the police that have been totally ignored. So it is going to take a while, and it's going to be very draining. I have filmed some videos, and there's some videos that I've tried to film and I get really stressed out, I get anxious, I get really upset because it's bad enough having to live through it. And you know what, I'm getting upset even talking about how the police have been with me. I'm trying to like get through it and like keep it together and not show any emotion, because I feel like when I start getting upset, it just all falls apart, and it's not a very good, you know, it's not very good me trying to talk about it when I'm just getting really upset. So it is mentally draining on me, and I've not even got to like the toughest stuff. So, and I'm trying to like leave that, but I don't know how I'm going to go about it. I don't know how much detail I'm going to go into it. Am I going to be able to do it? But the long and short of it is, I'm trying to get at least 20 videos filmed and scheduled. So then I've got like 20 videos ready to go up, or for, well, originally it was meant to be 2 weeks. I don't know why I just said 20, because there's not 20 days in 2 weeks. But then I thought I'd like to have a couple of extra, because like I said, I'm finding it difficult talking about things. I've had to like stop videos. There's videos what I've had to delete because I've got upset and started going on about something else. But my idea of a video is to talk about one subject and not talk about something else, because then it gets confusing and people wonder what's going on, and they get both of the things caught up and thinking it's one thing. And do you know what I mean? So there's been videos where I've got really worked up and upset, and I've started talking about something else, and I'm trying to keep it contained, one thing per video. So it's taken me a lot longer to get at least I want 16 videos, because I want to have time to get the next lot done, and there's so many things that have happened. I mean, I'm not doing thousands of videos, but there's thousands of things happen, but I'm literally not going to do thousands of videos because I just don't have the mental energy or time to do it. And time's an issue as well. I don't have the time to sit and do video after video. I mean, I don't even have the mental energy to do that, but even if I had the time, I just couldn't do it. So that's why nothing's gone up yet. There are things scheduled. Something was actually going to go up today, but then I was like, I haven't got 14 videos ready to go one after another, and I want them scheduled and ready with 2 spare just in case. I mean, they would obviously go up, but 2 spare in case I've not managed to get the next lot ready, or I've only got a couple ready. I want to, do you know what I mean? And it is mentally draining, it is hard, because ultimately the police have helped ruin my life and affect my life, and they've been a big part in allowing crime to happen. I mean, 2 things have been reported in the last few weeks, one very serious and one not as serious, and I might as well go and bash my head against a brick wall. And that's just the reality of what it's like, because the police don't even respond. I've got crime numbers, they don't respond. You know, you complain to professional standards, they take the mick, they say they're busy. Like 18 months later, they're still telling me they're too busy to investigate something. Yet I know people who've reported things who've got them dealt with months and months and months ago. You go to IOPC, they send it to unprofessional standards, who then do things knowing that it's causing me distress. And then apparently IOPC is as corrupt as the professional standards, who were police officers policing the police. And this is one thing that I hope that comes out of anyone coming forward, is that the government get a separate entity that has no connection with the police, who can prosecute the police and investigate them properly and actually deal with them. That's what I hope comes one day. And I hope Maggie Oliver gets to the bottom of everything, and I hope she finds a way where the corruption is dealt with and that they can't get away with crimes, because the police do get away with treating people horrifically. I've tried to end my life because of them. Now, I'm pretty sure that's some kind of crime, getting someone to feel that way, but, you know, the police, apparently they can do that. And before anyone says, yeah, the police get prosecuted, yeah, every now and then they will throw someone under the bus, but trust me, that even the tip of the iceberg what comes out, based on what's happened to me and what I've been told and what I know. So, do you know what I mean? Just, you know, a lot of stuff never ever comes out, and it's because if anyone speaks out about it like I am doing, something's going to happen to me. We've had these discussions, you know, if anything happens to me, stuff is going to go in public anyway. There's people that will make stuff public. So, you know, the police see me as an easy target because when you're a vulnerable adult, they can say things about you thinking that no one's going to listen to you. The problem with that and me is people do listen to me, and there's someone who is so highly respected who will be believed over police officers every single day, who knows me better than anyone else, and they've tried to alienate me from this person. But, you know, this person's known me for countless years. They know who I really am, and they know the police have been horrific with me. Not only now, but in the past. So they know the score regarding the police and the police's version of things, and they said they would always defend me no matter what because they know the real me. So if the police want to make me out to be someone I'm not, then that's entirely their choice. But I will make public what people who are far more respected say about me, because the police cause their own issues with how people perceive the police. Not many people, or I've never met anyone who's got anything good to say about the police. And also, if you're considering reporting crime, I'd think twice about it. The police pick and choose who they want to help. They pick and choose the narrative regarding what, you know, they find out. My dad used to tell me that all the time. He's like, don't go to the police. Like, they just choose their own narrative. If they can't find the evidence to support your claim, they'll come on up with their own narrative surrounding whatever's happened. And my dad used to tell me that all the time. He used to say, like, don't go to the police, they're corrupt, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, well, why would they be corrupt? Because the police are meant to help you. But from my experience, everything everyone's ever told me about the police is actually true, but much, much worse, because they've allowed me to be harmed for 3 years non-stop in various ways, not just harassment. And, you know, my neighbours have pushed me to try and end my life on countless occasions. I've done it so many times. Like, I wake up and I think, what's going to happen today? And I should be able to wake up and just get on with my day. You know, I'm severely depressed all the time. I've got no energy. I'm ill all the time. Like, I'm a nervous wreck all the time. I'm scared to be in my house. I'm scared to leave my house. I'm absolutely petrified of some people. And, like, even if there was 20 witnesses and, like, videos of everything that's ever happened to me, the police would never do anything about it, because I'm a vulnerable adult and they won't protect a vulnerable adult. They class me as a vulnerable adult, but they won't protect me. My doctor classes me a vulnerable adult. My doctor's fully aware of how the police have treated me. And I know her opinion on the police, and I'm not going to speak on her behalf, but she knows the truth. And, you know, with some discussions I've had, you know, it is agreement that this is the only way that I can deal with this situation now. The police are allowing me to be targeted, harmed, hurt, harassed, stalked, spied on, and far worse. And the police just won't do anything about it. And they've got evidence. Before anyone says, I've provided evidence. I mean, it's not my job at the end of the day to provide evidence. And when I haven't got the evidence, and I'm like, you can get evidence. Oh, no, we're not going to get evidence unless you provide it. Or what do you want me to do? Because I can't get the evidence. Like, there's things that happen where only, like, the police or legal people can get the evidence. I can't physically get the evidence. So, you know, they're just unwilling to help me. And it goes high up. I'm not going to say what I know, but I can prove stuff, and I will start proving it. Now, things will be going up. It's just going to take a little bit longer, because I have to make sure that I've got at least enough videos for 2 weeks and a couple of extra, just in case I don't feel up to talking about it, or I have a few bad days, because I am struggling. I'm struggling talking about things. I've had to get permission off a couple of people about some of the things that I'm talking about, but, you know, due to me being witnesses to these things, I can talk about them as well. But I wanted to make sure that people were okay with me talking about things that I've witnessed that's happened to them. And I've got permission. I got permission off my dad. My dad's, you know, I think my dad's going to start speaking out if this carries on. He's been here for the whole thing. He is an elderly man. He's old enough to be my granddad. He's old enough to be their granddad who's doing this. Like, and they're older than me. It's not like we're talking about teenagers here. We're talking about people in the 40s that are targeting me. And it's just like, and like the jobs they do, working with vulnerable people, working with vulnerable adults, like, and yet they're targeting a vulnerable adult and trap me in the house for the first 9 months. Like, this is the type of situation that is going on, and is still going on. But I am going to be doing the videos, and I'm in talks with exposing it in another way. But if there's anyone from any media who haven't been in contact, please feel free to contact me. I can back up everything I'm saying. I've got thousands of hours of harassment clips. I've got the evidence of my reports that have gone in like word for word. I've got how the police have talked to me on the phone, how the police have distressed me and carried on distressing me, knowing that I'm distressed, including a DI. I've got a senior member of police lying about me after a phone call, which luckily I recorded, because you wouldn't think, oh, let's record a DI, because you don't think that way. But I'm glad that I accidentally recorded that call, because I thought it was someone from the neighbourhood team who I've had to record due to their behaviour towards me. So if I hadn't have thought it was someone from the neighbourhood team or from the control centre, because trust me, I've had abuse, which the police won't deal with even when you report it, I wouldn't be able to prove that this senior member of staff had lied about me. Now, I have done that video, and that was a very difficult video for me to film, because it's upsetting knowing that someone who wants you to tell the truth has actually told a lie about you. And I got upset. I think I filmed it 3 or 4 times. I think the 4th version is the version that I've kept, because it is upsetting to know that you've had this conversation on the phone and then this person has decided to ghost you, then say they ghosted you because they believe that like nothing had happened, even though you've told them that nothing had happened, and they're saying that you didn't say what you'd said on the phone in an official report. And it's like, I can't even talk about it. I get too upset, because I just can't believe people at times. Now, before I go any further, I have informed some police officers of what I'm going to do. None of them have phoned me. So they clearly are so, off the belief that, I'm even not going to do it. But if you know me, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. They either think I'm not going to do it, or they think I've got nothing. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to say I'm going to do something and I can't back it up. I can truly back up everything I'm saying, and I've got the receipts, and anyone who wants the receipts, I mean, I don't mean the general, I can't give them to everyone, but, the people who need them can have them. But, yeah, they've not phoned me. They all know not to email me. I requested never to email, never to write to me, because of what it causes. So I've had no phone calls, I've had no correspondence in that way. I have told them, so they either don't believe me, or, like I said, they don't think that I've got the receipts. Now, you shouldn't think I've got the receipts, because I wouldn't say I'm going to talk about something if I could not back it up 100%. I'm not going to put myself in that position. So they've had time to ring me and to explain to me why we're in this position and why they're allowing these things to happen, and why they're, like, one of them that I contacted, I've actually made disclosures to, like, quite big disclosures. I've made disclosures to his team. One of his team members was meant to listen to the phone call that I recorded of the DI and refused to allow me to let them. And I brought that up in the email that I sent them, and some other stuff, and no phone calls. So at the end of the day, they've had the chance to talk to me, they've had the chance to say whatever they want to say, and they're not. So, and I think I emailed them last Tuesday, Wednesday, it was the day the video went up, I think it would have been around the same day. So they've had ample opportunity to try and rectify it, and it's like the person that lied about me, even to this day, this senior police officer has never, and they're fully aware, because I'm sure the DCI would have told them that I've got this recording, I can prove that I've been lied about, and, how can you justify being a senior member of staff and telling lies about someone? Do they not have consciences? I'm guessing not, because it's severely upset me. It's actually, can you imagine a senior member of police lying about you and saying you've said something you haven't, or you've implied something, whatever they've said, and then you're treated badly because, or, they don't want to help you because this senior member of police and staff has made out that you've not said or done something that you have. And I believe I'm being treated this way since this conversation in July 21, because of this senior police officer who is fully aware I've got this recording, because I'm pretty sure their superior officer would have told them. and they've still not contacted me to this day, knowing that I've got this, and to try and tell me why they've actually felt the need to tell a lie. Because as far as everyone's concerned who knows about this, it is a lie. You can't say someone said something and you've even... And they went, oh, it's in the video, I can't, because I'm just going to get... I'll be here for half an hour talking about it, and I can't do it. I can't get myself stressed out about it. But even they've not bothered to contact me. I'm not willing to even speak to the chief inspector from the neighbourhood team, because I felt at times she belittled me in the emails, and she lied to me by saying she wanted to meet me and then basically didn't want to know. She's got evidence of crime, not only to me but to someone else, did nothing about it. So, you know, unless I've contacted them, I don't want to hear from them. And the one who lied about me, even though they've been fully aware for about 18 months that I've got the evidence, they've still not to this day bothered to contact me to say, look, I've said it because of this way and I'll rectify it. I mean, they've got the power to rectify what they've said, but no, they won't do. So, you know, if any media wants the full story about that, even before the video goes live, you can have the exclusive on it. I'll tell you what was said, I can give you the conversation, and I can give you the report, because, you know, they've not contacted me to rectify it themselves. They've had plenty of time. So, you know, that's... I don't know if it's one of the first videos that'll go up. It'll be within the first 14 videos. So if I hear from them before then, which I doubt, I will stop it from going up. But if I, you know, I highly doubt. So it will, well, it is scheduled, but I can't tell you which one it is. I know it's not the first couple, but it'll be within those first 14 days. But yeah, that's why at this moment I've not started to put the videos up. It's just because they're ready to go. There are some scheduled, but, you know, the dates can change. They can be moved forward. It's just until I've got the 16 videos that I'm hoping to have, I can't possibly start having them go up, because I just want to have enough. So if I can't, or I don't feel up to doing more at that time, I can have a break. I mean, I'd like a break from the police abuse of power and the way they've made me feel and how I've tried to end my life because of them. But, you know, and by ignoring me, they're actually making me feel worse. So maybe it's deliberate. Who's know? I don't know. I don't know how the police think. Well, I wouldn't want to think like they think, because, you know, it's not very nice. But that's why. But there will be videos. And if anything goes up before this group of videos, it's just, you know, I had an idea of something I can talk about, but maybe I might put that into one of the 16 videos I need to film. But we're only a couple of days away from February, so I will guarantee they're going to go up in February. It might even be within the first week, but I'll guarantee they'll start going up by the second week of February. But I might, if I get enough done in time, they will be going up before then. But there are some scheduled, but they're just scheduled as a kind of, if I can't get any done by that time, or if I can't get them done by that time, I've given myself a bit of a deadline by scheduling some, but they could be moved forward if I get enough in time. But anyway, if you got to the end, well done. You deserve an OBE. Just like some roles in the police. I don't think it's as easy to get an OBE, but there you go. Everything I believe to be true. I've got people that are gonna be speaking out as well. Let's just say my dad, who's kept very quiet, may not keep very quiet for much longer, because you're affecting his life as well, the police and the neighbours. Even though he's not the main target, you know, the police are not protecting him. He has been affected. He has got an heart condition, which the police are fully aware of, yet they let him be affected. But it is all coming. And I'm going to probably put this up on Wednesday or Thursday. Maybe I could put it up on the 1st. I don't know why I just thought that, but it is coming. Trust me, you will start to see it. You'll start to hear how the police have made me feel, what they've done, how they, like, and obviously I will be talking about who's made me feel what and what's been said, but it is coming.